All right. Well, we can't possibly end stream or switch to anything else without going through the first offseason with the Leafs tonight. It is the re-sign phase after the monstrous draft. And let's see if we can get this team to where we want them to be. This is our goaltending situation, which isn't amazing, to say the least, especially when someone like Saros has such a bad potential. I am intrigued by Garrett Sparks. If we keep him, can we get him to actually develop, even though his potential isn't that good? Or is it not even worth trying, and we just go after somebody else? I do think, given the circumstances, we could probably keep him and at the very least run him as the backup at the NHL level, maybe even the starter. So it's worth a shot because it's only he and Saros under contract now. Defensively, LOL Morgan Riley. Holy RFAs, good God. Of course, we traded for Dmitry Orlov. We'll qualify him. We have Marty Marincin, Stuart Percy, Corrado, and Harrington. My God. We'll pretty much keep all these guys. I love TJ Brennan. Again, former Portland Pirate. I am going to let him go because we need to prioritize people that can develop. Qualify Connor Carrick. Lindgren. Qualify him, which is fine. Nizov. Was he really the only defenseman I took in that draft? That's insane. Not that. Nuge, there very well could be. I mean, I was about to say depending on your schedule, but I just realized that your schedule is shit. So there very well could be. Yeah, I'd be down. I do want to go through this offseason, though. Let's see. Steve Bernier, we picked up at the drafts. Mark Arcabello. We can let go of both of these guys. Let's prioritize opening up some roster spots. So, say goodbye to those two. Fabrice Herzog. He doesn't really have the name value to where I'd want to develop him. Josh Nichols. You give me headaches. You're gone. Line A 63 was right. High franchise. At the start of this, he was. I haven't checked the actual rosters, but this was a time in franchise you could load it up and it would just be like, this guy's better for some reason. So, I don't know why. That's just what they did. Line A, Puljujärvi, Cliff Poo. You love to see it. Let's see, left wing side. Michael Grabner. We can say goodbye to Michael Grabner. Justin Vive. Son of Rick, but we are going to let go of Mr. Vive. Matthew Tkachuk. You know, the worst part is it's not just that I hear it in Gilbert Godfrey's voice. I hear it in Endo's impression of Gilbert Godfrey every time. God damn it. All right. And then at center, Austin Matthews will be immediately signed and played at the NHL level. We'll keep a hold of Sam Carrick. That's fine. Colin Smith as well. We have so many RFAs. It's insane. Charlie Saros, we will let go of you. You weren't that good. And then we have Highmore, Barabale, Alex DeBrincat, Pierre-Luc Dubois, and Noah Gregor. I don't know how many of those dudes will sign, if any. So pretty straightforward. You know what's funny, too? Going from the 360 era, you had Advanced Day from that screen, and then you go to the Xbox One, and we lost it, and they had to add it back in. Austin Matthews is signed. Aside from that, we're good just to move forward with all the RFAs to see who's out there in free agency. Garrett Sparks has taken the qualifying offer. So it has Corrado, Colin Smith, most players that we qualified took the qualifying offers. So free agency. Free agency. Keith Yandel, the cream of the crop. There's also Milan Lucic, an RFA, and Bo Bennett. Let's take a look at the RFAs. A lot of them are ours, is what I know. But let's take a look at the goalies. No goalies. In terms of defensemen, Marincin is ours, Carrick, Percy, Orlov. We do not need to bring in, and I think that's Andrew O'Brien. It is. We don't need to bring in him or Brian Lashoff. So for the forwards, Bo Bennett would cost a draft pick. Peary is already 25. I think we're good for RFAs. So UFA goaltenders. We have Ranta, Al Montoya, Drew McIntyre, Ben Scrivezna. No reason to not run with Garrett Sparks and Ben Scrivens, am I right? Jonas Gustafsson could bring him back. What do we have for prospects? Whitney is a high fringe. And a high backup in Herbst. Also Mark Byzantine. Just go for the three of them. So I imagine that's Brandon Whitney. Just offer Brandon Whitney a deal. We will offer Mark Byzantine a deal. And I believe it was Liam Herbst. It is Liam Herbst. We can offer him an ELC. Why not? Whoops. Defensively, Renat Valiev is still out there, so we're definitely going for him, who was supposed to be ours anyway. There is Tanner Faith. Send him a deal. Look at the jawline on Tanner Faith. God damn. Crimson chin. Gustav Forsling. Go after Gustav. That has to be morale. Look at his roll. That is 100% morale. I think we can steal away. I can fix him. I can fix him. I'm 100% sending a deal to Luke Shen to just absolutely rob him blind for the next 3 years on that contract. Rob him blind. There's some high sevens and even this low six that we could go after. Let's take a look. So again, Yandel's out there, Demirs, Quincy. I don't think we want any actually good players aside from Luke Shen because it's a steal. So, Vanier, Alexei Vanier. Be Vanier, wouldn't it? 4th round pick of the Sharks. I feel like we should prioritize who we already have, though. Right? Like, we could sign Kyle Burrows or very manly Joel Hanley. I don't think anybody calls him that but me. But that should 100% be his nickname. Also, there's a dude named Grundle, which is objectively hilarious. But yeah, I think we're okay. Right wing, Stahlberg, Parento, boys. It's all the boys that we had on our team this past year. Can even sort by role to find the upset guys. That's fair. We could. Like Frazier. Very upset Mark Frazier. Except he still wants $2 million. Dude, there's actually a bunch of pissed off guys. There's actually a bunch of dudes who are pissed off. I mean, the guy to take would be like Butler. Because he wasn't looking for much. But that is bizarre. It also doesn't show Shen there. So now I'm kind of scared. Right wing side. Ooh. There could be a very upset Chris Versteeg. Very upset Jamie McGinn. What do we got for prospects, though? Andre Kasha. That's a yes. We are going to keep prospect hunting. We've given other teams chances. Jens Locke, I believe it was pronounced. Former Canuck. That's pretty much all we need to do. I'm not going to go after high bottom sixes yet. Left wings, Milan Lucic at 28 years old. Be pretty fun to bring Lucic to Toronto. Is that Sergei Plotnikov? What a name. And there's the high bottom sixes. At center, ooh. Auntie Sorella or Alexi? It's Alexi. I swear to God he still has the same picture in the current NHL. I swear to God he does. Actual centers, Franz Nielsen, Dominic Moore. All right, well, we've offered out 10 contracts so far. It doesn't tell me how many players we have signed, because of course it doesn't. It doesn't tell me there either. Let me go to the trade screen. All right, so we're at 38 contracts if everybody signs, so we have plenty of space. Absolute tons of space. Let's go through sign dudes that I keep going to the wrong spots. Actually, I went to the right spot that time. I just hit the back button. Sign dudes that we just drafted. Can I do that? I can. Good. So who would we like to sign? For goalies, I don't think we need to sign Bits. He was an American, though, so he could play. Then we got to get some of that Zanussi. We'll hold off, though, because we signed other goalies. No Zanussi for now. Save it for later. He played in the Q. No, he's Russian. Zerkals isn't that good. Line A. We can put Line A straight in with the Marlies. Cliff Poo as well. Puliarvi we can put straight in with the Marlies. Zerkals I'm not as worried about. Carl Grunstrom. Again, straight to the Marlies. Kachuk, obviously, we cannot. Kiviranta. That's Kiviranta. I'll sign him. Fuck it. Hakel can't immediately go. Highmore, though. We'll sign Highmore. Why not? All right. That brings us up to... Well, we were at 38. Now we're at 33. I'm going to wait for the other offers to come through now. And we'll see where we are at without targeting any of the really good players. Renat Valiev is signed. Brandon Whitney, Andre Kasha, Liam Herbst. Has anybody rejected? Is now the question. Shen said yes. I think we got everybody, which is good. So that puts us at 43 contracts. So if there are any big name free agents left, we can go for them. Oops, we want to go for UFAs only, though. In terms of prospects, I mean, it's a bunch of high bottom sixes, so nothing too crazy. I mean, there is Sutter. This guy's a fourth liner, really? Okay, actually, hold on. 65 over. How many high bottom sixes are there? Quite a few, but not an absurd amount. Dalton Smith is a fourth liner. So let me just get a count of 1, 2. Wouldn't sign Patrice Cormier. If we look at other players here, 3. Okay, there's about 3 of them that I'd sign. Maybe a couple more than that. Let's go for Pelletier. Let's also go after... We can go after Rupert. I guess we actually didn't have him sign last season, Matt Rupert. Sutter. That's Lucas Sutter. Am I right? Yep. Darren Archibald was there. Clark Bishop. We're not going to worry about Cormier. Did I send Foster a deal? Why is it showing up that I sent him a deal? I definitely didn't. That's a hell of a glitch. Well, that's nice that it can just be like, hey, you sent these dudes contracts even if you didn't. That's a hell of a glitch. We got to go for Milan Lucic. We have the cap space. If we can bring Milan Lucic to Toronto, why wouldn't we? I mean, aside from the fact that I don't want him to be miserable. But Milan Lucic, captain of the Toronto Maple Leafs? I'm down for that. So far, nobody's rejected. Oh, Matt Rupert actually rejected. He went to Boston. Dalton Smith rejected because of a full roster, which means we're not going to get Luch. He went to San Jose. That's fair. All right, so yeah, we got a full roster. Then we're looking pretty good. We just brought in a lot of prospects. A lot. Connor, oh, that's right. We had offer sheets. We'll match the deal for Connor Carrick. I forgot about the RFAs that we had. I miscounted. Because of it. But goodness, let's see what happens here. Let's see. Goodness. All right, Dmitry Orlov is still a deal. Lucic to San Jose makes so much sense. I'm surprised it never happened. If Milan Lucic goes to San Jose instead of Edmonton or Calgary or any other Albertan team that ruined him. San Jose would have won the cup. That's right. I said it. I said it. Because I wish it was true. All right. Our goalies this year. We are going to have Garrett Sparks and Mark Byzantine. Also, God help me, I need a cap whale. We're back in the era of needing a cap whale. Shiz. Oh, shiz. Okay. All right. Oh, God. Oh, God. Who can I get rid of? Because we do still have RFAs, too. Can I deal Andrew Campbell literally anywhere for a 7th? What do you think, Anaheim? Okay, so the Ducks have 2 draft picks left this year. All right, Andrew Campbell on his way to Anaheim. And we are going to have to sign somebody to a cap whaling contract. Byron Ritchie. Dinas Zubris. Leafs legend Olli Jokinen. Is there anybody with that type of name that's really down there in overall? Greg Zanin. That's the type of guy we're looking for. Give me $13.5 million worth of Greg Zanin. That's my guy. Bruins legend, Greg Zanin. There it is. You're welcome for such a lucrative contract. You deserve it, Greg. You're saving the day. All right, so Whitney goes down. Byzantine and Sparks. Terrible. Defense. Riley Cowan, Corrado. Oh, my God. I do need to go sign the RFAs, too, actually, before I fully take a look at the roster. Let's see what we got. Yeah, like Dmitry Orlov's going to end up being on this team, so. Marty Marincin. Give him what he wants. Dmitry Orlov. Give him what he wants. Stuart Percy. All 3 of these guys are going to be on our defense, too. All right. That'll pretty much take up the remaining cap space that we had, so that's perfect. Hopefully, I actually do have enough space to sign all 3. It could be somewhat close. All right, there we go. Dismiss and never show again. I don't give a shit about player morale. It's such an annoying system in its first iteration. It's still an annoying system to this day. Our defense, oh my God, our defense is actually going to be pretty good. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Shen as the depth. Harrington can be in the minors. So yeah, we'll have Luke Shen as the 7th defender. Send Valiev and Forsling down. Look at our defense, though. Riley Cowan, Marincin Percy, Orlov and Corrado, Luke Shen also in the mix. And then we got a bunch of dudes in the AHL, including Greg Zanin. Sweet, beautiful Greg Zanin. Honestly, Zanin could be the 7th, and we could send down Shen. So there might be some movement, indeed. Someone like Harrington could get dealt. We can kind of optimize who we want to develop. For the forwards, it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I got to remember that's 12, and then 13 with Kasha. So Matthews, dude, Kapanen's listed as an other forward at an 84 overall. What the hell? Even though we saw it was natural growth. That's so weird. So Kasha and Bishop can go down. Matthews is here. Nylander, Smith, Connor Brown, Mitch Marner made it up to a 78. Sorella, Pelletier. We need at least one more Decent player swap here. Marner and Brown might make the team. Freddie Gauthier, or we could go with like the Byron Phrases of the world. Let's go for Phrase for the moment until I know what these line combos are going to be. That leaves Sutter as a fourth liner. Dude, Nathan Horton's going to make our team this year. Oh, no. Honestly, who knows? Maybe it's a thing like last year's game where it doesn't frickin' reset until here. Save and exit. Let's load back in. Just in case. You never know. It might be that type of thing again. We'll see what we got. And oh, by the way, I just saw the the fucking the meme. Oh, god damn it, that's the best. All right, let's see if that changed anything with this team. And it did. Okay, so that's still there. Kapanen's now a third line winger. Okay. So that whole thing of having to back out is still a factor, which is very bizarre. So let's see. It's got Colin Smith as a scratch, which really we'd probably want it to be Byron Phrase instead. So Carrick, Smith, Horton? Because Sutter could still get better. In fairness, it'd probably be Smith over Sutter. Greening, Bozak, and Smith. Nylander, Matthews, Kapanen. Oh, God. Or do you put Matthews... I think you got to go JVR, Matthews, Kapanen, and then Nylander, Kadri, Lupul. And Greening, Bozak, and Collins. That actually isn't that much worse of a team than what we inherited. And in some ways, it's probably better. Which is absolutely hilarious. Keep Bozak at center. Nylander has horrible face-offs. This was the game, though, where we could change player types and everything like that, too. So I could do some optimization, which will be nice. You know, actually look at a player's stats and be like, oh, Kapanen shouldn't be a sniper. He should be a playmaker. Look at Matthews. Oh, he should probably be a sniper, not a playmaker. Forster Matthews, right? JVR would obviously... Well, actually, JVR might not even be a power forward. He'd probably be better as a sniper. His physicality is not even that great. In terms of like body checking, he's got good strength, but yeah, I think that is what we would do for line combos, which I like a lot, actually. Just in terms of some of the youth that we have. Defense is Riley Cowan, Percy, Marincin, Orloff, and Corrado, with Phrase and Zanin as the scratches. And then our goaltending, Mark Vizantine and Garrett Sparks. This should be just bad enough of a team to still get a high draft pick while being as good of a team in terms of developing where we need to develop. AHL, Janssen, Gauthier, Brown. Ooh, it takes a bit of a hit from there, but a lot of these guys aren't actually ours. Yeah, we need like Carl Grundstrom in there. Patrick Watling. That's a good name, but we don't need you. Kivy Ranta in there. Actually, we probably don't want Kivy in there. We probably want Peltier. Just player type, influence, growth, or the way the player plays. In theory. Does it actually play out that way? But in theory. Oh, man. How are we going to get both Line A and Puljujarvi into the lineup? The answer is that we don't have too many centers that we have to worry about. Get Bradford. So sorry to Matt Highmore, but you're going to be the odd man out. Look at some of the names, though. Any more AW trips planned? Not at the moment. I'm really hoping that their first pay-per-view of the year, the February-March Big Show, will be in Boston. there is a chance we keep joking around because their final pay-per-view of the year is in Long Island, and we're already going to be somewhat close to Long Island because we're going to be visiting family in Massachusetts. So it's really not that bad of a drive. So there's a chance we could go to that World's End pay-per-view in Long Island. We keep joking about it. So it'll either just continue to be a joke or it'll be like, oh shit, do we want to actually go to that type of thing? So, roadie to see Sting retire. Well, that's also the conversation is, yeah, I want to go to Revolution just for that anyway. We have a lot to do in terms of optimizing this team, but hot damn, do we actually have like a really good core of young prospects here to build around already. Again, Saros in goal if he actually develops. It's like, would you put Herbston as a high backup? Or do you just try to brute force Saros into developing? Because it looks like that can happen. I mean, again, Kasperi Kapanen has gone from a sub 70 overall to an 84 in one season. He's an absolute god. What's more of a shock, that you're married or that you turned your wife into this level of a wrestling fan? Shocking how? Because it's not shocking to us that we got married. That was pretty evident that we were probably heading that way a year or so in. In a general sense, might people be more shocked that I'm married? Maybe. Yeah, it's not often. Let's be honest. I'm living the dream of every young wrestling nerd out there. I found a great woman and converted her into a wrestling fan, and she doesn't judge me for being a wrestling nerd because she is now one herself. I'm living the dream, damn it.